to Belle Ann Craft Studio. I'm making tote bags, and I have a stack to the left of me and my whole assembly. The key fobs, had to think a minute. I got those prepped and ready to go. So now I'm working on tote bags. So let me give you a sneak peek of what that would look like. And what I'm doing here is I got everything behind me, and I got the camera kind of set up so the camera won't be so jiggly. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I only been starting business essentially going up on a year. Can you believe that? But the Lord is truly blessing me nevertheless. I want to first and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you who are new YouTube followers, and I want to say a big, huge welcome. Thank you for coming in my craft studio, looking at all of the things that I'm doing, work with me's. That's what I will be doing for a little while because it is market season, and I'm going to be I will be and do a lot of different crafting. So if you haven't already, check out my website, my Facebook, Instagram, Patreon. All of the links will be in the description box below. Welcome, and go ahead and don't forget to hit that like button that tells YouTube, hey, this is the stuff I want to see. All right. Don't, and you've already followed, but hit the like and subscribe. A lot of times, most people don't realize we watch videos without subscribing to see if that's something we want to continue to follow along. And I hope that that's something you all who are in that situation would consider. I would love to have you as my crafty friend here on Belle Ann Craft Studio. Moving forward, I have not boxy bags, tote bags. I'm telling y'all, I've been working. And what I have done, I have already put the stabilizer, the interfacing here, and I have already fused the, I can't think. I have already fused the batting. That's the word I want. It's early here, and I typically it helps me to pre-record a lot of my videos so I can get other things done. And I'm a one woman band here. Okay, now these are the ones I'm working on. I will open these up, and how about I pull this out? Therefore, this is the tote bag that I'm working on currently. These are not my designs. These are ones that I had gotten from a store here in my town, or typically across the United States. Most people have a Hobby Lobby, but that's where I got them from. And I was in there one day and I thought, oh, these are cute. So yes, and I picked up some yardage of different ones. And I have this one, this calico print. And also I'm going to pair it with the inside the bag with the polka dot. Okay. And clean that little remnants off there. Okay. And these are going to be for market. Okay. And if they are a hit, then I will continue to carry them. If they don't do very well, then I probably will not carry them. Okay. So I'm going to set these aside here. And I don't know, been having some difficulty with the microphone, but hold on just a second here. I don't know. Oddly enough, hopefully there's no static. I can hear static, but we're going to keep pressing on. Okay, so what I'm doing here, I've already pre-cut these to about a yard a piece for the size that I need, and I had already prepped these. So what I'm going to essentially do is I'm going to go ahead and get them sized up. So what I'm doing is I am matching corners and getting them to where I can get a good crease on this fabric here, and I'll give a good crease and you'll see why. Okay, and I am going to take one up against that little crease on the inside and the other as well. So essentially, as you can see here, I have the fabric kind of folded in on itself, and then I'm going to give that a little crease there, and I'm going to give this a crease. And then if I'm tongue tied, y'all, I have done a lot of work. I'm trying to get ready for this market. The market I'm trying to make the one for May. Have not signed up to that one. It is the art walk we have here in Wichita Falls. If you are around this area, and you'll know the one that I want to go to or have signed up for is Hangers Haven. So I will be there if you are in Wichita Falls and you have signed up to, or you're interested, not signed up, y'all, it's free. But I will be there, and look for my logo. I will be set up. I will be prepped and prepared. Okay. Y'all forgive my hand. Oopsie. Nope. I'm reaching for my clips, but what I'm going to do then is get my little pattern. It's just like a little cheat sheet thing here. And because this is on the fold, I folded it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clip that and hold it. And clip this and hold it. Okay. Continuing on, then I'll go ahead and I'll pin this one, and this is the lining. And what that does, it just keeps, I don't need to do a lot of pins. I usually just do it like this. Have been doing it like this. But it just holds the pattern still, so I can cut it out, and it's to the measurements that I'm desiring. Everything else, I typically know what I'm doing, but this is just a little help. Okay? But I will be at Hangers Haven on June 6th. I will try my very best, friends, to record and kind of let y'all in and see what I'm doing. I may do a live stream. I don't know. But if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and do that so you can get notified just in case I get things figured out and know exactly what I'm going to do. I'll know more closer to that time. And you can go on Facebook and look for Hangers Haven and see the details. If you want to be a vendor and you are in and around the Wichita Falls area, and see what their information on that is. Okay. And these little remnants, I will keep them only because if I decide to make little loops or something, I'll have the little scrap pieces here, ear pod cases, so on and so forth. So I've got a little box here. I've got everything kind of situated the way I need it to be. I've got the little corners cut out, and I'm going to do something with those. Stay tuned. And then I am going to size up this one. And I realized, because this pattern is a printable PDF that I bought, and the pattern, it can't be resold, but the product that I use to, or how can I say it? The pattern that I use to make my product, that I can, because it's mine. Okay. Um. So let's see. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna cut these little corners, and I double up to save a lot of cut time. And because these are PDF, I've got the pattern again if I need to print it out, so I'm not too worried if it's torn or tattered, because I can always print me another one. The little corners, I'm going to keep those. I'm put these to the side, and it's still morning here. So if I drink my coffee, bear with me. I'm going to take a sip. Okay. And I'll stick these up here. Okay. And there's a shelf above me that I will put those in there. And to show you the process of what I'm doing, once those uh, two pieces, and essentially I will take these to the sewing machine when I get I got an assembly line here. I'll take it to the machine. I will sew them together. I have a front and back right here. Okay. And I will box the corners, and that one will be done. Then I grab the front part. Okay. Okay, I was fixing to say, what did I do with the other ones? Okay, this one's done. This one goes with that. Okay. Then I will go ahead and take this, put that in there. That tells me that's ready to be sewed. Okay. Now, I wanted to ask what y'all thought on, different boxy bags and such I plan to make. Now, I have an idea to do embroidery on them. If a person on the front of the bag, if they want an initial, I don't want to do too much on it, because it would drown, the embroidery would drown on in the front. It would really not look too good. But I'm thinking with these bags, and I have grocery bags. I will be taking the ones that I did on my website on for the grocery bags that I did and I designed. I'll be taking those, but with these are cute. These will be great for people who have a craft, or they just need to use it as a diaper bag, or they want to just, a carry-all tote for whatever you you desire, get that right, for it to be. So what I was going to put a pocket here, but I thought, let me leave this blank in case someone wants an initial right here, or their name. And I could totally customize that. These will be on the website as well, and those customization options will be on the website. I'm working on Bell Ann Handmade, and I want to make sure I got enough product on there when it's live, that you have choices and you can see everything. So it takes a minute to get everything done. But there's some ideas, and with this bag, um, it won't have the straps going all the way down. It's just going to be right on the top. Okay. So just some ideas, and then on the inside I'll have a contrast pocket on it as well. And if I can get the camera acting right in my sewing room, I'll surely take you along for that. So rinse and repeat. Here's my next stack. When I prep these, then what I typically will do is I will put them in pairs for the lining, what lining goes with the outside. So let me go ahead and pull this one out. And if I have more batting than the fabric, I will go ahead and do this. And I have cleaned this mat. Just disclaimer. I was not intending to um, use this mat here to cut my fabrics, but I guarantee you it's clean. And I don't know if you can tell, but down here then the mat that I crafted on is underneath my Cricut machines there. So this side is fairly clean, and I've cleaned it. It has residue free. So therefore, that's why I'm using this. So if I was to go ahead and do any gluing or something, I would surely make sure I put something down to where it does not interfere with the fabric, but or get it dirty. But what I am saying then is that um, I did not intend to do that, but now that I do have it, I have the room, and this is the reason why I go and this is the reason why that I am in here, because my sewing room, I have more machines, more stuff in there, and in here I have so much room. I have gotten it really kind of spiffy, looking good kind of thing. Um, and so it's easier to work in here, and I have a bigger table in here. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I am going to cut off this batting. It does not have to be precise. I just want to take off that little edge. I have my little trash can right here. I throw my little pieces there. This goes into the scrap bin that I have here, and I showed you. Then I've been doing this for the last few days, and so this is what I have been doing. I apologize not putting one out on Saturday. Up until a video, up until this point, I have been so busy. Then of course my business hours are Monday through Friday. I typically have things that I need to do, personal things on weekends, and then Sunday I do my ministry. So if you're interested in ministry or anything, I leave the link in the description box below. Feel free to check that out. Um, so again, just like the previous one, I am sizing it up. As you can see here, I'm making sure both edges are even. And then I'll check that up against my pattern. Okay. And I'll go ahead and I will make sure it's kind of centered, and if not, I'll fix it. So once I get that up against there, I'm going to see this edge and make sure I got enough, and I want a little bit of fabric hanging over, for the reason being I don't want to get myself in a way that it'll be um, less than I need, and then my bags won't measure right. So that's what I'm doing here. I am going to be preparing and getting things ready for workshops for anyone who wants to learn how to sew, and for those who know how to sew and just want to brush up on your skills, as well as advance tailoring and alterations, all of the things. So that's why I encourage anyone who's interested to sign up for the email list on the website, and that way you'll be notified when those go live on Patreon. Okay, so I have this one right here. This is one of my hefty ones, rotary cutters, and it will go through this whole stack. And I'll line it up here, and I have to push because it's just so thick. And sometimes it comes out clean, and sometimes it doesn't. This is a great tool. I've got another one here that is small for little intricates. All right. Now for this one, this is not scrap. This is going to be the straps. Okay. So I'm going to set that aside as well. And every piece of scrap, I plan to make something with it. I don't know yet. And let's see here. I don't know yet. That's part of designing. When you design, it's a trial and error, friends. Okay, so if it didn't get all of it, I'm going to try to get back in there. Give it a little snippy snip. And if that doesn't give me anything, there's a big old trash can behind me. And I'll keep hold of these. If I don't need them, then they'll go in the trash. Okay, but I'm sure I'll find something to make with those. Always. Okay, this one's a little tattered, but it is okay. I can get me another one print or put a brown paper bag behind this one to reinforce it. That's an idea. And when I'm cutting, I'm not just letting it roll. I'm putting pressure down because I've essentially got 4 layers. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So I am, and if it doesn't like to play right, then I'll get the scissors. Okay, looking at these, there's not much on these, so those go in the bin there. And then I will cut the squares out. And these are my good sewing scissors. These things are sharp. What are these? These are Fiskars. Yeah. And I have sharpeners I sharpen with. So market's coming up. I'm hustling and bustling trying to get everything prepped that I need to take. And I may do a video to show everybody what I'm going to take, but right now I'm just trying to get stuff done. Okay. As well as getting on the things on the website that needs to be on the website as well. Taking pictures, what goes into listings on the website, you may ask. Well, I'm glad you asked that. So what you got to do is I have a light box, which is a photo box, and I will take the pictures. Then I have to put the background. I have to make a mock-up. After I make a mock-up, then I have to put the listing. After the listing, then I have to advertise it. All of the things. I'm just saying. Okay, then. Now, oh, I hit my shin, y'all. That's smart. Next, rinse and repeat. I've got quite the stack. I don't have much to go. I've done quite a few already. Well, I just cut that one kind of crooked, didn't I? But again, it's going to get cut anyhow. So I'm going to try to size it up the best that I can. The edges is what my main goal is to. Then I'll just get it straight. That's my main goal. And then I'll just open that up, put that in the middle, put this in the middle, and I will do this. Maybe not lose that end. Alrighty. Also, on Bell Ann Handmade, I am going to offer embroidered towels, custom made, not custom made towel, but custom embroidered towels. So I have to get those ready. Before everything happens, you have to. It's a process. You got to get it ready and get it done and get everything prepared. And the reason why I like to do the edges to be straight, because if this is the edge that's going to be the straps, I need a clean cut for that. Okay. And I'm wanting to just make sure before I kind of finger press that down. Then if I'm off camera, I try to set this camera angle. I got a new tripod. Well, I've had it a while. I just hadn't used it. But I have it situated right above so you can see everything I'm doing instead of just right, you know, really close. Either way is good, I think. The object is that you see what I'm doing and you know and understand the process. So I am very meticulous. I want that to be precise as possible. If it's going to give me problems, I will keep messing with it until it's right. I'm very meticulous. Okay, that's one side. Let's see here. And there. So, like I was saying earlier, at this point, I'm going to post videos as often as I can um, because of the workload that I have. There's going to be quite a few work with me's. Make sure that's proper. That's going to fit there. The best way to check that is to put that pin right there. Oh, plenty of room. Oh, joy. Because of my workload, there's going to be plenty of work with me's. So you can we can hang out. You can see what I got going on the Crafty Friends Circle on Patreon. I'm going to be putting extended videos from what I'm doing here on YouTube. Again, for our new subscribers, just to let you know, I am not planning as of yet to monetize YouTube because I don't know about you, it's very disturbing when you are into watching a crafting video and then turn around, here comes a commercial. You're like, man, I'm right in the middle of it. I'm right in the middle of it. Like, come on now, y'all. Get out of that commercial. Get back to, you know, your program that you're watching. So I will be monetized essentially through Patreon. Okay, we're going to cut, making sure that's laying flat underneath that ruler. Okay, perfect. And I find if I will, see, can I get some? No, I can't get nothing out of that. But I can out of these. That's a big one. I can probably make me a AirPod case out of that. What y'all think? Potentially, that has the salvage, but I'm going to see what I can do with it. That's to be continued. Get that right there. Kind of square that up. And again, I'm pushing down on that. This one's gone. And out of this particular pattern, I'm going to make some, well, let me say it like this. Out of the patterns, I'm going to be making tote bags. They're going to be like, you're not so much your average boxy bags. They're going to be go-to bags. Whatever you want that bag to be, that's what it'll be. So that's going to be the name that I'm going to call it, go-to bag. You can put your crafting essentials in it. You can put your crochet in it. You can put your knitting in it, your baby things in it. Whatever you want it to be, that's what it'll be. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the masking tape out. You've seen it here live, y'all. Okay, first and foremost, this goes with the fabric. Take y'all along for the process. Here's some little stray threads I want to get off of there. I'm going to put this in here. And I'm going to make sure they're together so I know that's one bag. Okay? As you see, I have truly masked this little pattern. I'll keep masking it till it can't be masked no more. So let me see what I'm doing here. I think what I'm doing is I'm trying to find that little piece that goes on here. I want it to lay flat if it can be done. All right. Well, if not, it's no worries. It's no problem. Again, I try to prolong it as much as I can, and I realize that that would probably stick, but it's okay. And because I had been cutting on this, it kind of got a little tattered there. It's okay. Again, I may just go ahead and let me put this right here. Put it on a brown paper bag or something to give it more stability here on the back. But you can see, I mean, when you print the PDF out, it's on regular copy paper, and I taped it to the size that I need it, and it just helps me where I don't have to stop, measure this, measure that. I can get her done, and that's it. Okay, that'll do. That will do. Okay. All right. This I'm not too concerned about right now. We'll take this old bread tab or little tab right here. I put it right in the tape, so I'm not trying to hunt for that. And it's ready for the next project that I need to tape. Put that on my shelf right behind me, taking a little drink of my coffee. Okay. And looking at my time, doing pretty good, I say. Okay. And put that in the trash. Okay, so here's what I'm doing just to keep you keep you up to speed. This for this pattern is the last one for the bags. Now, I have so far 3 bags, and this will be 4. But I have 2 more on a stack that this is going to be The two little stacks that I have, okay, will be for other things that will be like a collection type thing for this type of print, okay? And I'll show you those as well. If you don't see it on YouTube, it's on Patreon, on the Crafty Friends Circle. And I leave all those links in the description box below. And I'm going to put this right here. Let me move this iron out of my way if I can, because I need all of the room that I can get. Pretty soon, after I get all the sewing portion done, excuse me, I am going to start on handmade journals, recipe books, and also junk journals. I may have said that. Junk journals, recipe books, and photo albums for market. And what I sell at market, I will also put it on the website for those who want those same things. So it's like you're going to market with me. Okay. And let me go ahead and measure that. Cut off that salvage. That can't be used, but this can. Put that over in my little tote pile or my little bucket. And this is my work day, friends. And go ahead, and there's salvage here. Not too concerned with it. I am going to size that up, and I'm going to press that to give me a guideline. Then I am going to take this, and I'm going to put this right here, and I can always fix it whenever I fold it, like I did here. And as you can see here, that's off, so I want to pull this in, okay, right there. That's going to be good, and I want that right about even. Of course, the other side now had the salvage, so I am going to move this up because I don't need this. So this little edge right here will match this one pretty close to it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get that fold nice and pretty. Then I'm going to utilize as much of that fabric as I can. And I always, or have been, I pretty much like to give a little edge here, because when you get that on the fold, okay, you are going to make sure it's close as it can, and reaching above my shelf, grabbing my clips, and those are not going nowhere, making sure everything's laying flat when I get the pattern, making sure it's not out of line. It's where it needs to be. I'll get one pin either on this side or this side. Sometimes I'll do both depending, and I won't go through all the fabric. I just will go through a few layers, but again, the idea is to keep that pattern straight and not move. And I'm going to give it a good push. Like I said, sometimes it wants to do right, sometimes it does. Okay, perfect. And this one I cut. That's the strap. I'm going to take that. I'm going to set that aside in the pile I have right next to me. And I'm going to size this up here. I have to push on that because that fabric is thick. Now I have a serger. Come on now. Come off of there. There we go. I have a serger, so the edges I will give it a clean serge, and I will attach my bag lining so it doesn't come out. So you'll get to see that because I'm not throwing this away because it has this piece right here, and I could use that for something. I'll put it over on my pile here. And of course, I realize that this little bit is kind of winker jawed, but that's okay. And I am going to go on the bottom. I'm going to give it a good press or push. Taking all my energy to push on that. Okay, then I'll look at these. Nope, can't use that. Nope, this one's a goner. It served its purpose. Then I'm going to cut that corner. Okay, the process after this one will be to quilt them. The lining will not be quilted. The outside will. Okay? And so let me get all of this done. And again, I have my little pile here. And so I'm not reaching here where y'all can see my arm. I'll go sideways and clip those on the shelf above me, and I will move this one. Take one of these. If it needs re-ironed, I'll do that when it's ready to be sewn and quilted. Then I will put this back behind me. And that's 4 bags. And that's a beautiful pattern. That print on that is beautiful. I will have some different items with my fabrics from my Spoonflower Shop. From the different collections I have there. And I'm trying to size this up, y'all. It's like patting your head, rub your stomach when you're trying to work. And let me tell you. I'm going to be having kits. I've started the process of trying to get those together. And so I'm going to have crafting kits and just a brief on what that would be. I'm going to have punch needle kits and embroidery kits. I'm waiting for the embroidery hoops to come. I'm assuming they're coming on the first or second week of May. I'll keep you updated. Let me get this squared up, y'all. I'm trying to think here. What else? And I've mentioned some of these before. But yet I want to go ahead and let y'all know those will be on Bell Ann Handmade page when I get that going. So those are going to be part of it. I will have jelly roll rugs. And I will offer the pattern, and you'll have the customer, whomever decides to buy them, will have the option to pick the pattern they want, and their rug will be sent to them, custom made. So I got to get that listing prepared. And let me go ahead and put this here. That don't move. What else? Oh my. English paper piecing projects. Now these will be, see, that ain't making me happy. I'm stopping because that is off. And when it does that, I'm going to put a pin right in the middle here so it will hold that pattern because it's shifted. All right, I'm pleased with that. Now, they'll have different projects, coasters, different things that anyone can make. Instructions, the hoop, everything. Even with the English paper piece. Sorry. Get this over here. With the English paper piecing, you'll have everything. You'll have the needle to do it. I mean, all of the tools to make that particular one. Fabrics will be from my Spoonflower Shop. I'll get that correct. And I'm working on getting a coupon with these kits. If you like that particular fabric, you can go and buy more or use it on one of the other fabrics I have on my Spoonflower Shop. Okay, I have fabric on my Bell-In Craft Studio Etsy shop. Like I said, all of this will be on my, see, can I? Yeah, that's plenty on that. I can use that. All the links will be under the description box below. Go check that out. You got to subscribe, friends, because I'm going to be sending more emails out than not. If you are subscribed or signed up, subscribe is such a YouTube word, but if you are signed up to be on the email list on the website, you will get notified when I have a sale or if I have launched something before anybody else gets that. And I'm considering to do that a few days. The emails will go out a few days before they go on any social media platform. It's only fair. Okay, so we're going to take this, put this inside, and that bag is complete. Now, right now, I have a stack. Well, there's two stacks, just like the ones I just cut, that are this fabric and pattern, as well as other ones I've cut. And I will go through the process of what I'm going to be doing with those. So I have 4 bags here. I'm going to take out the next pattern, and I'm going to take 2 of these. I'm going to put this on my go-to bags or coin purses or whatever else I'm going to make, and I'll put it on that pile. Stand up here. And then that leaves me with, let's see, it leaves me with 3 of these type of bags, which I'm fine with. So let's do that. Same thing. Move this, and this one has the red polka dot. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And it matches so pretty with this. And this is the lining. And I'm going to go ahead and check my time. Oh my. And this one's a little bit more fluffy. And then I'm going to go ahead and when I started, I don't know, a little while ago, I prepped everything and I was trying out different battings. And this is a good one. It's a little thick. So I thought I'll try it and see how it goes to see if I'd purchase more of this. So I'm going to use what I got. Okay. And I'm still going to use, okay, that's a good size piece of batting. I'm going to put that in my pile over here next to me. And I am going to do the same thing as I had been, same process. Now, I will say this. When I press these on top of this batting, okay, I did heat and bond and I pressed it on here. You can do fusible batting if you do your bags like that, if that's something you do. But this was easier for me. Excuse me, y'all. What my point is then when you press them and you cut your fabric out, make sure if your pattern of your fabric is going one directional, you want to make your bag accordingly. So therefore, when you do your bags, you want to make sure that this right here is not going to be upside down because that's the top of the bag. You're going to want it to be this way. So now I got to be very careful to put that fold to where it's going up and the portion, the print of the bag, get that word out, will be that way. So let me go ahead and crease that, give me a guideline here. Okay. And I'm going to be very careful and pay attention. I tend to lose where I'm at if I'm not paying attention here. Okay. That's not going to be exceptional, but it's going to work however I need. Now, this is the thing. If I have not sized up this fabric, and if in fact it becomes not a candidate to a boxy bag, then what I'm planning to do then is scratch the idea for a tote bag. I said boxy bag. Sorry, guys. Um, I will do something else with it. It will not go to waste. Now, I had been doing this way with my fold because it's on this way. Now I'm going to flip this around here, okay? Because I know I want this pattern to be the same way as my bag. Get what I'm saying? So, before we go, just showing y'all what I'm doing. Hang tight with me. Let me put this on here. And you can see the process because this batting is just so fluffy. It's just going to take a little bit more maneuver in here to make absolutely sure that it's right where I need it to be. And that's going to hold that. I might get this other one right here. Just because it's just a little thick. And when it moves, trust me, you'll know it. It is fighting me, y'all. It's fighting me. Put that on there. Okay. I'm going to do that. Yeah, buddy, that is thick. I'm telling y'all. Let me do this right quick. Maybe it'll stay. Okay. I got to be super careful with this because it's like ice. It's slipping. It truly is. Okay. Get this to behave here. And then I'm going to put this one before we go. And of course the other one is just fusible interfacing. So what I can do is I can post pictures of what that would look like. If you would like that, give me a thumbs up and let me know. Or leave me a comment and a thumbs up to let me know if you want to see the bag. Yeah, buddy, that's thick. That is some thick. Okay, I got a generalized. I got a generalized amount of. All right, hold on. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. We'll get it. I'm telling you, this is too thick. This be good for, now that I'm seeing it, it'd be great for other things. But cutting it with a pattern, not so much. There you go. There's the strap. Even though it's going this way, when you do the strap, it will not look bad at all. Okay? But with the bag, it will. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to complete this process and finishing my thought, give me a thumbs up and a comment if you want to see this bag, all the bags finished. Um, if I don't get a comment, I'm telling y'all, I won't share it. I'll just say, well, they don't want to see it. That's all right. And say, hey, Bill, I'd like to see that bag finished. I'll work on some things, but I won't share every bag. But if you particularly want to see a bag finished, you let me know. Okay. This is pretty awesome. I really think this will work. Y'all bear with me. I'm trying to cut through this. And for the next one that I cut, won't be the thickness because it didn't work. Okay. On Patreon now, I will share them. Okay. All right. I'm going to continue on with what I'm doing. And I want to thank each and every one of y'all for hanging out with me. Boy, this one was thick. That's a thick batting. I probably won't use that on that no more. I want to thank each and every one of you for hanging out with me. My time has a little bit, yeah, it's ran out. I'm not too concerned with the edges here. Why? Because I'm a surgeon to keep it. And also the heat and bond keeps it from fraying as well. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is this one, I'll finish this out. I will go ahead and I will get it ready to go. It's a beautiful pattern. It's just the batting on it was not good for that. But it'll work. I'll make it work. Yes, I will. Thank you. I want to thank each and every one of you for hanging out with me. I'm going to stop the video here and I'm going to continue to cut this out. And if you want to see a little clip or a little photo, once I get these cut out, give me a like and a comment in the description box below and say, yes, I want to see what pattern. I want to see the red floral pattern or the pink. Which one would you like to see? Thank you for joining me, and I appreciate each and every one. I can't even talk. I appreciate each and every one of you. Until the next crafting video. Bye for now.